This morning, students returned to Seattle's Garfield High School, and this is the first day of classes since a student was shot and killed on campus just last week. KOMO's Lee Stoll shows us what and who was there for the return.
Good morning!
Students at Garfield High School saw more than just their classmates this morning. Hundreds of people, including pastors, parents, and Mayor Bruce Harrell, filled the staircase and posted up at every entrance with smiles and hugs. Classes were canceled Friday and Monday. A 17-year-old student was shot and killed in the parking lot last week while trying to break up a fight. Police are still looking for the shooter.
Children learn what they live. So how do we support them in the time of today and to be relevant of what it is that will get them the wholeness of what they need to reach their full potential and full capacity in life?
Seattle police will also continue to be on and around campus and in the neighborhood. We're told there will be extra patrols.
This violence is unacceptable. Yeah. There are too many guns out here in the wrong hands, and we as a community, we have to realize that one of our first heavenly divine purposes is to protect those who are vulnerable, our students.
Students have held rallies and tell us they want more funding for mental health services and counselors by the fall. The mayor's office says there will be an announcement about that this week.
You know, it's sad out here because the generation needs our help, so I want to be one of those guys that the generation looks up to.
We are here. We are here. We are here.
We do expect the police presence to remain high on campus. The school year ends in just 9 days. In Seattle, I'm Lee Stoll, KOMO News.
Okay, students at Garfield High School are back in class for the first time since a fellow student was shot and killed on campus last week.
Parents, pastors, and community members were there to greet students this morning and show their support. Joining us to continue the conversation is Lee Stoll. Lee, walk us through what students saw when they arrived on campus today, and what were some of the things that you witnessed?
Oh boy, they really saw a lot of support and heard it as well. A lot of chants, we love you, we're here for you. Garfield High School here right behind us. I want to show you, it's a unique school. I have kids who've gone here, my stepkids. They love this school, the architecture, because there's this grand staircase that goes to the main entrance. That entrance there, those doors, those are the only ones that are unlocked today on the ground level. And you see some people standing around. Those stairs were filled with people. I think we have some video from earlier. This all happening about an hour ago as students were arriving for school and the buses were pulling up. So what those students saw were religious leaders, community leaders. Mayor Bruce Harrell was here as well. Parents, all of them clapping and saying again that we do love you. We're here to show you our support. The bottom of the staircase still filled with flowers and candles that are burning, a memorial for the student who was killed in the parking lot here in front of the school. So really a big contrast from what we saw last Thursday as this parking lot was filled with police officers and crime tape as they were starting that investigation. Today filled with so many members of this community, many people telling me this is not just for the school but also for this area, the Central District, to show support for one another for all of the things that we have seen around the school, the violence we've seen, especially over the last couple of years. Just a moment really to come together, and at the one entrance where students were allowed to come in today, not getting through there without a pat on the back, someone shaking their hand, giving them a donut, giving them coffee, and just saying we're here for you, whatever you need.
Yeah, and that support can go a long way in getting back to students feeling like things are trying to get closer to normal, but they want more. Talk about what the students are calling for and some of the response from the city.
They have really been vocal. We have covered several rallies that they've been holding over the last couple of days. The focus being for students, mental health services and support, saying we need more counselors, we need more access to telehealth. We've been hearing city leaders saying that is something specific that they might be trying to respond to, that there are millions of dollars in the budget this year for Ingram High School, which had a fatal shooting in 2022. They're upping resources there for students as well. Will we see the same thing here at Garfield High School today? it wasn't a conversation as many people took the microphone to say, here's what we're doing. These are the policies that are going to be enacted. This is how we move forward on paper. Everyone who spoke today really was focusing on the community effort part of this, and people we were speaking to saying, I want to be here as an adult black male, as someone that these kids can look up to who says, I'm showing up for you, I am here for you. That really was the focus for this morning. And the students, we didn't talk to any of them. We were off campus. They seemed a little bit shell-shocked by all of this. We didn't want to add to that with cameras in their faces, but them coming up, we could see some smiles breaking out as they saw the big support. Some of them a little bit shy about it as well, just trying to get back into that routine of getting back to class, because there are only 9 days left in the school year. They're so close.
What a moment, and so much emotion for sure. Lee, can you update us on where the investigation stands right now following the shooting last week? Do investigators know anything about the shooter?
There really isn't a lot of information that we can share with you. I can tell you we have had police cars on campus all through the morning. We've got one over to my right over here as we swing over. We have another parked at the end of where the bus line is. We had a row of officers here as Mayor Harrell was speaking, and the only reference that Mayor Harrell had for the investigation itself, he did say he met with the chief, he met with the lieutenant leading that investigation yesterday, working on what we all know in the business as the probable cause statement, the reason to arrest someone. We always get that document when someone has been arrested. It gives more detail about why they're under arrest and what police know at that point. He highlighted the probable cause as what they're working on right now, not giving any details about whether or not they know who this person is, if they're still looking for them actively in some way in the community. Those details not shared today, other than saying he did meet with the chief and, again, the lieutenant working on the investigation.
Yeah, and Lee, that's a very good look behind kind of the curtain of what reporters do. They look at the probable cause because that's what investigators have really nailed down, and that's where we often get a really good read on what happened. Thank you, Lee, for all your reporting there this morning.
Sure.
Okay, so we will wait. We'll wait for those documents, and that's when we'll kind of have a clearer picture. Other than, you know, there was a fight and he stepped in. We'll kind of get an idea of what exactly happened according to several people who were there. Yeah, oh yeah, several of those students were around the Teen Life Center when that happened, and I'm sure the investigators will try to talk to them to put the pieces together. But no, Lee mentioned that a lot of people came forward and spoke up today, you know, on the microphone, and I'm glad that those are some of the messages that were relayed, that, you know, we're here for you, you know, we are mentors. We can be mentors for you if you need someone to talk to. It's important to have that community support to help those students feel safe.